Welcome to the internship program. I am Shubham Gupta from NextGen AI Frameworks Pvt Limited. I have 14 years of work experience in the fields of artificial intelligence, software development and robotics. In this video, I will continue making sentiment analysis project. Next, what you need is dataset. What is IMDb if you don't know what IMDb is? So using this system or website, you can find the ratings reviews for the movies. This is the platform. So for example, this the latest shows, or for some character or celebrities, they have this review system, rating review system, IMDb. So if you look at the data set, IMDb data set, this is what it contains: review and sentiment. So let's look at the review. One of the other reviewers has mentioned that after watching just one Oz episode you will be hooked. So this is something a simple comment here, complete comment or review. Say review, this is review. And then second one is the sentiment. So they have manually categorized everything like this. So this is manually done, this was manually done, and this is the sentiment. But what we can do is, through this we can train our machine learning model. So next time we don't have to do this work manually, machine will automatically do this for us. How to download this? I have included the links in the article. These are the links, first, second. So this is the link. I can open this link like this. So you need to log into this website and then download the dataset like this and save it somewhere on your computer, but I will recommend it storing in the same project folder. Then the next thing is, when you have to unzip this. So this zip is 25.7. when you unzip it, it will become 63.1 MB. So this is the same file that I am using. Just right click, extract it. So I already have it, so it is telling me if I want to replace. I have replaced it. So this is how you download the dataset, IMDb dataset. Very easy. And let's see this train test split. If you remember, I told you in previous session, the data, if you have large data set, what you can do is you can split the data in two parts. One is for training the model and one is for testing if it is working or not. One is for training the model, one is for testing if it is working or not. You don't have to do it manually. This is the library that you can use, and then just pass the arguments, required arguments, and it will automatically split the data in two parts. This is vectorizer. I told you in previous session that machine learning algorithms cannot understand text or English language, so it will convert it to numerical form. So this is how it is done automatically. Just pass the arguments and it is ready. Then the algorithm you are using, logistic regression. I told about 5 algorithms, I think, in the previous session. You can check out the video on YouTube also. Yeah, I don't think it is available for now, but I will upload it soon. So 5 algorithm I told in speech to text project. So this is one of the algorithm, logistic regression. Then comes the reports, and they look like Okay, so I have to run this project again to show you. I can run this project, and meanwhile I can tell you the theory part. So let's see the article. Okay, so sentiment analysis has become essential tool for businesses to understand customer opinions and feedback. In this article, we will explore a simple implementation of sentiment analysis using logistic regression. Goal is to classify movie reviews as either positive or negative. We will use IMDb dataset, train a logistic regression model, and evaluate its performance. To set up the environment, you can run these commands and download the datasets from these links. Yeah, I think I have included the wrong dataset, because in the projects I have not included the Amazon code and included the Twitter code. I will rectify this after the session. So I will be using Twitter dataset and not the Amazon dataset. Okay, so I will give the link for Twitter dataset. Importing necessary libraries. This is how you import the libraries. Easy. Then loading and pre-processing data. Okay, so what logistic regression was, if you remember, it works on binary form, or it works in 1 or 0 form or two numbers form. So whenever you have this kind of situation, logistic regression will perform good. When you have binary values, only two values, then use logistic regression. So this is how you read the CSV using pandas. This is how you read the CSV file. Then comes the data pre-processing part. You have to mention the field names, say field names from the data set. So what it will do is, if you so you have to mention the, so here we have column names. If you see column names, so when it loads everything in the memory, then you can access these through keys like this, index keys like this. And what this map will do is, if we have a positive sentiment here, let's see the sentiment, we have positive sentiment, so it will mark it as 1, and if we have negative sentiment, it will mark as 0. So it will map the positive to 1 and negative to 0. So this is again very easy task. Just assign the numbers, like this. Then it will train, test, split the data into two parts, so that the machine learning model can use the data automatically. Then comes the part for vectorizing the text data. You can pass these arguments and it will automatically vectorize the data. Then comes the algorithm, logistic regression, and it will also give the training report to evaluate the performance of the model that we are training. And then comes the part of predicting sentiment for new inputs like this. So what is happening here is, I have created this function and bind the numbers with this. So if the model prediction is 1, then it will return positive. If it is 0, it will return negative, and else neutral. So if you look for the output, I already ran this code, so or otherwise I will run it again. So it is giving the output as positive and not 0 and 1. Why? Because in this function I have mentioned this, that I need output as positive, negative, or neutral. When we get the neutral, if model is not able to predict it is positive or negative, then it will give neutral output. And what this while loop is all about is just run this program again and again. So see, if I have given this string, then it is again asking for new string. So this program will run again and again until I type exit here. So I have changed this code in the article. It will only read exit and not quit. So you can change the code accordingly. If you want to read quit also, if you can add this in or here. It is up to you what you want to do. You can write q also if you want. And then how to read this classification report, I already told this in previous sessions. You can view them. And one thing I can tell you, this is the accuracy score. It should be nearest to 1, and this 0 and 1. So what I did was 0 for negative. So this is the report for negative, this is the report for positive. How to read it, you can see the previous session. So this is the simple code for running the IMDb dataset. One thing I can do is show you the one thing I can do is show you the hardware allocation when I run this. Okay, so before showing you the hardware allocation, do you have any doubt regarding how to run this? Any doubt? Okay, so let's see the hardware allocation when I run this. I am not using GPU, it is just CPU. So for now CPU is being used and memory is 12 GB. Let's see the spike in the hardware. Okay, so our program is running and we are not getting too much spike. Let's see what will happen if I write some text. No spike at all, because what we are dealing with is a very small model. So this model is not very huge, so this is the reason I am able to run it on CPU smoothly, not too much data. Okay, so because we don't have too much data, our model is very small, so this is the reason our CPU and memory is not being used much. So I will remove this one from here because I'm not dealing with Amazon dataset. And let's see, for the Twitter dataset I have to find the link again for you. Okay, so not an issue. Okay, so let's see again. So what was happening is our data set was small. For this IMDb data set, our data set was small. It was containing only 50,000 entries. Because of this, our output was not up to the mark. So what I am now trying to do is improve the accuracy of our model. How? To include little bit large dataset with 16 lakh entries, and it contains the tweets 16 lakh entries. So I will try again with this Twitter dataset. How? I will go into Twitter folder. I have created this separate folder for Twitter to manage the workflow. Now Python Twitter .py. Now let's see the hardware also. So we have 75% usage and memory is 12 GB being used. CPU and memory, let's see, for model training. It is not using much, I think 800 MB or 1 GB only memory, and not much CPU usage also. So now our program is running, and just 700 or 800 MB or less than that for the 16 lakh tweets. Let's see. I love programming. I hate. I will do my work. See, this will be again the problem. I will do my work. It is marking this as negative. So why? What is happening? It do not or it does not have much data to consider this as a positive or neutral sentence. So this is the reason it is marking this as negative. I will not do my work. I do my work. Yes. So this is the problem again for the less data. So I told you, you should use for production level, you should use large data set containing millions of entries. The larger your data set is, the better will be the result. So this is the program that you can run for production, but this is not the data set you should use for production. So when you train your model, download a heavy data set, big data set, then you will able to run this in the production. Program is fine, but the data set is small. I will continue this session in next video. See you in next video. Have a nice day.